Here, you're going to understand where I've been, what I've been doing, and why I've been missing in action. I understand this is a weird time of the morning, but it's the only time I'm going to have today. So welcome to FortuneKnitt Creations. I'm Kim, and this live event today is going to be giving you guys a tour of the Scotticoke, New York, Rensselaer County Craft Barn, Fair Craft Barn. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn it around. And I'm gonna give you guys the tour. If you miss it from the beginning, you can just re-watch the replay. You can watch the replay. Hi, Lana, good morning. Like I said, I know it's a weird time, but this is the only time I have. So you guys all wanted a walkthrough of my barn. And we've got 2 hours before the doors open. And I figured, hello, Jenny, welcome. 2 hours before the doors open. So I figured this is a great time to start my tour for you guys. Do a quick live and, hang out with you guys for just a bit. Hi, Suzanne. How is everybody? So once everybody gets in, I'll give it a couple minutes and give people a chance to get in here because I didn't expect to go live, so here I am. So this has been my project since March. This has been the reason why I've been missing in action. No, it's the county fair. It's an agricultural county fair. So it's actually, if you want to look out here, it is actually quite a huge deal. Way in the back are the horse barns. It's a whole deal. It's pretty crazy, you guys. There is a 4-H building, but this is about 100 acres of a county fair. And you'll have to forgive me for shaky hands because I've had a lot of coffee and a little sleep. So I figure I'm going to give it a couple minutes and then I will start the tour. Now, in my building, I have crafts. Yeah, it's fun. In my building, I have crafts from kids 8 and under all the way up to people that are like in their 90s. And then I also have a section over here where it's all antiques. So people enter their antiques for judging. Something fell on the floor. I got to pick that up. But we'll start with that since there's not a lot of people. And then, like I said, I'll just go around. So here you can see all the trinkets and stuff, all the antiques that people are. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just going through.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right.
That's all, thank you.
So here, you're going through too? Okay. Here are all the antiques that people have entered. Sorry, people just walked through my building. I didn't expect. And then here's some more antiques. Now you can see really beautiful items. Look at that vase. So this was the stuff that my brother Al was the judge on. Him and my brother-in-law Steve. So all sorts of things, really cool items, you guys, like look at these brooches and stuff like that, really pretty stuff. I don't get ribbons because I run the show, so I don't get any ribbons, but I help decide who does, that's for sure. So we're just going through the antiques now until a few more people pop on. And they've got things like antique books, even an old Bible, antique photos and postcards, and it's just pretty cool, family photos, stuff like that. And then you can see the theme of the fair is the magic of the fair. So my building is the magic of handmade. And then over here is the rest. We've even got some swords and some daggers. And then this is amazing. Hi, Lisa. So there we go. This is the antique section. Now, last year the antique section was crammed in a corner, so I'll give you a full view of it. It's much prettier here. There's the whole antique section. Pretty proud of how it came out. Now, I'll walk you over to here, which this is a memorial section for one of the women that was here last year. She'd been here for like 25 years and she passed away. So I made up a sign in memory of. Looking through the lens there, it looks a little crooked, but that's all right. I'm a little crooked. So this whole area gated off. These are her quilts. That's her picture. That's another quilt of hers. So we made that whole area for her. And then in here, if I miss anybody coming in, I'm sorry. I'm just a little frazzled. So here we go. Now here is the best of show. So I told the judges, as you're going through all of your items, I want the one best thing out of all the items. Look at this. This is a third grader. It's beautiful. Now we've moved it around a bit, so we've knocked over a couple things, but I'll go through and make sure it's all stood up for later. And then that was a beautiful crochet. That was the best of show for all the crochet. That was the best of show for the quilting. That was the best of show for the antiques. And then adult crafts over there and photographs there. So while I'm in photographs, I'll just keep going. So here are the photography section. My friend Lori, you guys know her. She's been on. She was the judge. She did an amazing job. And then she hung up a bunch of them. And then I decided to go ahead and put some of the kids' work in here as well. Good morning, Karen. And then there's more paintings and more paintings and photography over here. This was an old wagon. I had them turn into a display case. So here's some, look at that creepy. It's cool, but creepy. And there's some really pretty items on here. Let's see, here's the other size of the photos. And it goes all the way out to here. Feels nice to have the sun coming through. And here's what they're gonna see as they walk in. The photography and stuff comes through. Thank you, Karen. This is, whew. Okay, now we're gonna go through the home and holiday section. So right here is how I have it set up. Holidays right there. And it kind of just goes through. All holidays are represented, which is kind of cool. We've got even Halloween, a Valentine's Day is in there. And then we've got, look at that repurposed. So they took an old kerosene heater and they made a lamp out of it. It's kind of cool. And then there's more crochet items. On the back wall, that red thing right there, the woman was 92 years old. She was amazing. She did a lot of cool stuff. Then again, some kids stuff. We set this up kind of like a teenager's room. So we got the living room over here, and then the teenager's room. And then we come over, look at this, isn't that precious? We got the baby's room. We've got some crocheted toys in there, and some baby outfits and some baby blankets. Look at this. Look at that one there. Isn't that pretty? This is actually my first time getting a chance to walk through and look at everything. And we've got a nice hooded shawl there, some purses, some nice jewelry. And again, the quilts line the whole wall. So this is actually, all sorts of crafts. We did have a lot of crochet this year. That is a cover for a wheelchair. Or a walker, I mean. So I have this set up as the kitchen dining room area. There's the baby in her high chair. And then a couple more blankets over here. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Don't forget your thummies, please. There is someone each year, she enters a costume. She puts a lot of work into them. There's a creepy mannequin wearing some crochet. Here's some more. Now this is cool. They took an old quilt and cut it apart and made a hoodie. I really love it. the kids in their tie-dye. Now, last year I had 2 tie-dyed t-shirts. This year I got about 12. So that's really neat. Look at this beautiful sweater. So you're going to notice some of the things that are really pretty don't have a ribbon attached to them, but they were also up again against other things in that category that were just amazing. So the judges did have a tough time. Thank you, Suzanne. So all of these items, as far as what they're staged on, I have brought in from my house, from garage sales, from thrift stores, from stores going out of business, all sorts of stuff. Check this picture out. This girl's 15. She's absolutely beautiful. And then this is her sister. Over here to some cool crafts, a nice little face mask. You guys check this out. Talk about upcycle. They made a little elephant. Isn't that neat? Out of an old oil can. And you can see there's quite a variety in levels of technique and levels of skill. Look at this, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Totem pole. So I realize I think Amber's coming on soon, but I just wanted to give you guys a tour. I won't be on long. And here starts the Legos. And I will be the first to admit at least 2 Legos have fallen and been damaged. And then we realized a couple of them were glued together, so there was nothing we could do about it. This dinosaur should be standing up. He's not, but I'm not messing with it anymore anyway. And then you got lots of little odds and ends here of the kids. This was also that woman, that 92-year-old woman. All different types of creativity and thoughts. And look at this. How cool is that? Oh, your little guy fell down. Let's stand him up in the water. There we go. We did have 1 casualty. I didn't do it. Look how cute this is. That's a little kid under age 8. And then for all you baseball fans. And here's the other side. Again, this ranges from, kids, adults. Check out this idea. A candle inside a shell. I think that's really neat. And then we've got the Titanic down here. And then just some, I like this one of all the games. That was pretty neat. And then we're back around to the beginning. Now this is the kids' corner. This is where I've set up all the crafting that I'm going to be doing with the kids each day. Good morning. Thank you. So here is, I've got the tables set up already for the decoupage. Figured as people walk throughout the day, they can see and then ask questions, what is this? How can we take part? But here you go, you guys. This is my barn. Over there, I didn't show you because that's the, well, I guess I could take a minute. This is called Cottonwood Square, and this is like the not the thrift store, but the craft store. So people enter in here to sell items. I actually put a few things in myself, but this is the store. Kind of cool to have a craft fair within the fair, It's a nice sweater. So there we go, you guys. That is the full tour of my barn. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm exhausted, but you know what? This really is worth it. Oh, there's my chickens. But you can't tell what they are. Well, who am I? Thank you, Ellen. There's some amigurumi. There's some more. Now, this isn't just crochet. This is all sorts of crafts in here. You can see there's a whole craft fair going on in there. And the dragons are cute. There we go. I love it. I just love being part of it. I get here early this morning for 2 reasons. 1, I get a really good parking spot. And 2, it gives me a chance to just walk around and breathe for a minute. This way I can just take a moment to make sure everything's as I want it to be. Any last minute prep, you know. There we go. All right, you guys, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I just wanted to pop in because I have been missing in action for a bit. I do apologize, but I hope that this actually explains where I've been and what I've been doing. So for the next week, this will be my home from about 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then my friend and neighbor Jennifer will be taking over. Hi, Amber. Sorry, I'll be off soon. I just wanted to give you guys a tour. So my friend Jennifer's actually going to come in and relieve me. Now you're going to see up here, up on the shelf up there, those are flowers that I gathered from the sale at Michael's and from thrift stores and from Goodwill and from friends, because I wanted the curb appeal to be prettier than it was. So there you go, guys, the whole overlook. Oh, good. All right, so I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit if you don't mind. And the best to show, so you guys, let me show you the rope. So I had that really bulky, what is it, the 7 blanket yarn? And I made that rope. So I made a velvet cord to wrap around. I got to tuck that in. That's going to drive me crazy. But I figured I'd make it a little special, you know. Here's the best to show. So I did get a message from the fair manager, and she said it's the best it's ever looked. So that kind of makes me feel good. Kind of makes it worth it, you know. So there it is in a nutshell. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, it was, you know, the past couple of days were exhausting. And my exhaustion did get the best of me, and I snapped at my neighbor, but that's a whole other story for a whole other time. I did apologize. There's the antiques. Yeah, lots of really cool blue ribbons. And then the purple ones are the best to show. It was really, thank you. Thank you. I'll turn it around and talk to you guys for a bit. Hi. So let me find a spot to sit down. And then I can chat with you guys. Because I'll be going all day long, so I might as well find a spot to sit for a second. I was going to drink my coffee, but it's cold by now, so. All right. How is everybody? I know I've been getting messages from everyone. Where'd you go? Are you okay? This and that. I am okay. I guarantee you guys I'm okay. I just, by the time I'm, I hope so, Ellen. By the time I'm done here, I just don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to. Yes, here I am in it alive and kicking. I could actually, yeah, it's been a lot, but it's cool. I mean, I got the rings under my eyes. I've been up. I do what I do, you know what I mean? But I love it. I love how it looks, and I can't wait to hear and see the reactions of everybody. So they actually gave me a golf cart too, so I can drive around the fair on a golf cart. Means I'm somebody, right? Thank you. Thank you, Amber. That means a lot because this year it was 100% me. Last year I had that woman's input, whether I decided to take it or not, you know what I mean? But hi, Melissa. I did have her input, and this year it's all me, 100%. So the people helping me set up the building just said to me, what's your vision? And I told them, and they helped me make it happen. And then at the end, we all, like there were 3 of us yesterday. At the end, we all switched sections and just looked at each other's section. So, right, Amber? I didn't know what else to do. I didn't have velvet rope. I had to make something, so I did. But it's nice to be working with people who don't, it's nice to be working with people who don't get their feelings snubbed because someone wants to change something in their section. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, you guys, guess what? This morning, well, that happened. This morning, my one of my roosters crowed for the first time. It was so cute. He was like, It was really adorable. I'll pick that up in a minute. But, oh, it's chilly here this morning. It's only like 60 degrees. So, yeah. Well, you got to do, creativity. You got to do what you got to do, right? All right, you guys, something just fell over there that I have to go fix. Plus, I have to sweep the floor and make sure everything's ready for the doors to open, and I have an hour and a half. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll give you guys updates as I can. I do miss chatting with you guys. By the end of the day, I just can't talk anymore, believe it or not. So I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. I do love you, and I thank you for all of the messages, all of the, hey, Kim, are you okay? Where are you? This and that. I'm here, I promise. All right, you guys, remember always, be happy, be kind, and be creative. I'll see you guys when I see you.